Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today. We'll get started momentarily. Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. My name is Shreya Bendla, and I'm a senior. This is my fourth year on the YEC, and it's truly an honor to welcome you all to Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. Over the past year, our Youth Executive Committee has been working consistently to build opportunities for students to lead, create, and innovate across different initiatives. I'm really excited to walk you through some of these accomplishments we've made as a team. So let's get into it. So, iStar Insider is a student led podcast focused on real conversations about innovation, leadership, and impact. So far, we've published 9 episodes over Spotify and YouTube, reaching over 1,500 views and more than 80 hours of watch time. Through these episodes, we've had the chance to interview founders, leaders, and innovators, diving into their experiences and the lessons behind their work. The goal is simple: to give students exposure to the perspectives they wouldn't normally get in a classroom and help them see how ideas actually turn into real world impact. You can scan the QR code below to listen to our podcast. Next slide, please. The subcommittee has played a key role in growing our digital presence, especially through Instagram. By creating and curating a range of content, from short term reels to informational posts, we've been able to reach a wider audience. We've been able to also keep our community engaged. As a result, our content has surpassed 620,000 views, helping us showcase the student initiatives, highlight events, and bring greater visibility to the work happening across iStar Valley. This platform has become an important way for us to share our impact in real time and connect with the students beyond our immediate network. Attached is also the QR code so you can follow iStar Valley on Instagram. Lastly, the Project Management Subcommittee. Oh, next slide, please. Lastly, the Project Management Subcommittee has led the development of a brand new pitch competition. This year's case, the Pulse Tech Crisis Response Challenge, placed participants in the middle of a high stakes situation. Pulse Tech, a fast growing fitness tech startup, faced a major data breach and exposed the personal data of over a million users, triggering media scrutiny, legal pressure, and investor concerns. From there, competitors were challenged to navigate the crisis and propose thoughtful and strategic solutions. The competition drew over 80 participants, and the winners will be announced later in the meeting, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, next slide, please. Now, none of this work would have been possible without our 41 member Youth Executive Committee. These are truly one of the most dedicated and driven students. They show every day ready to contribute, collaborate, and push ideas forward. Being able to oversee this group has been a real privilege. What happens in those meetings is honestly incredible, from the level of commitment to creativity and problem solving each member brings. It's the consistency and energy that drives everything we've been able to accomplish. I'd now like to welcome Mr. Sharmani to start our introduction.
Thank you, Shreya. Can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. This is an outstanding leadership by Shreya. And just in case if you're not speaking, I highly appreciate the panelists and everyone to go on mute until it's your time. There should be like a mute button that you can use and just mute yourself just so that we avoid any noise coming through, but I truly appreciate everyone being here and taking time to be part of this event. And this is not just an event, this is a celebration of ideas, the courage, the leadership, and the true relentless spirit of creation and entrepreneurship and innovation. And so these startups that you get to see today, they have traveled through right from the time that they got an idea in their head to putting all of that into action. You get to see them on the stage today, and then their hard work truly coming to life. And again, this is going to be another milestone in their journey through the entrepreneurship, right? So first of all, like phenomenal work by the Youth Executive Committee. This Youth Entrepreneurship Summit and the Global Startup Contest, the grand finale. It also happens to be a time where the leadership transitions, and then it's an emotional moment here at iStart Valley as some of the seniors who are going to make it to college, and those that are graduating from the college, they all join us here, and and be part of this broader community and the network that we have built for several years now. When we started, our first Youth Entrepreneurship Summit was just a series of speakers, and then the feedback that we received is like, how about we see all of that, we hear in action? And that's what we decided. Rather than speak, let's not just talk, let's walk the talk and actually bring that walk on the stage, and then actually demonstrate that to everyone. And that's what we are doing since our first couple of Youth Entrepreneurship Summit that we hosted. And if you recall, or if you have read 3 days back, Andrew Bosworth, the CTO, Chief Technology Officer of Meta, formerly known as Facebook, he said the success in the future is all achieved by building, right? Not just learning, building. You have to be constantly building, and that is what you see in action today. That our interns and our fellow startup enthusiasts have actually built this over a period of time, and then you get to see that. Look, we all know that we are in such a transformative phase and transformative times of the human history, right? So AI is here, it's redefining everything we do, and it's pushing our productivity to a whole new level. People are building solutions and creating startups, creating businesses much faster than ever before, right? It used to take years, and then it took months. Now it's taking weeks and hours to build something that you can truly be proud of. And now building is just one part of it, but it is all about truly solving the problem. That's what the mindset is, mindset of an entrepreneur is, right? So um, AI is going to create $17 trillion industry for all of us by 2030. Are we ready? Are we chasing our dreams? As a question to ask ourselves. And 70% of you don't even know what jobs you'll be doing. So including me and others here on the call, right? So we don't know what kind of jobs are coming at us, right? So we are preparing for the future, not knowing what the future holds. But you cannot wait for the future. You have to create it, right? So that's what we get to see here today, right? So today's world demands more than just knowledge. It demands creativity over just the memorization, innovation over just the imitation, action over just the hesitation, right? And I Start Valley, we are committed to build the future ready entrepreneurs at the intersection of business and technology. And our programs here are all focused on building real startups, right? So solving real world problems, and that you most of you have been through these programs besides the internship that you all join, right? And gaining skills that truly matter in the AI driven world, right? So with that said, I wholeheartedly welcome our new found partner, Darren Allen. Darrell Allen is head of sales at Startup Science. This is just a partnership that we have begun, and I cannot. I mean, 30 seconds within the discussion with Darrell Allen, I could figure that out that this is going to be such an amazing partnership to come to life, and then we make this happen for benefit of all of you. And they have built such a wonderful platform that we want to bring to you, and it's our privilege to have Daryl Allen here as one of the judges today. Daryl, we welcome wholeheartedly and welcome to the broader iStock Valley community and the network here.
Thank you very much for having me. Uh, I won't really talk too much. I just want to say I've had a couple of exits, and let me talk like impressions. So I've had two exits. Long-term businesses. I'm not hurting for anything. I had one of the first 50 websites in the world. I don't know if you can tell. Like, I have a little gray. What I can tell you is I didn't do it on purpose. If I would have had someone like Mr. Charmani to say, "Hey, are you interested in this? Well, this is how you do it," uh, would have been wonderful. When I say I didn't mean to do it, it wasn't luck. Luck is nothing more than effort and timing. So it just so happened, and now everything is just placed out there for you. And the best thing I've heard this week was Mr. Charmani had said, entrepreneurs solve problems. So if you think like, oh, I want to be the next billionaire, I want the next social media app, cool, go for it, man. Like honestly, but you're going to be more successful with fixing a problem, not because it's easier, but because you'll have passion for it. So take a run at the next billionaire, the next social media app, whatever. But trust me, you'll come back to something where you're like, this is annoying. I have a way to fix it. And then you'll be successful, which isn't how much money you're sitting on in your wallet. It doesn't hurt, right? But otherwise, helping other people, choose to be kind over being right. You'll never be wrong. Yep.
Great. Thank you so much, Daryl. That is such an inspiring note for all the participating startups today. And I think with what you said also brings in a quote that Elon Musk shared. Even when something is important enough, even when the odds are against you, just go for it. Even if the odds are not in your favor, just do it. And that's what you're going to see today. Every startup today is a proof of that belief. Even there were so many arts, they actually relentlessly worked at it. And what you see today is every behind every pitch, late nights, and those countless iterations that they've gone through, and the failures turned into lessons, which came in the form of feedback our judges gave during the cohort level, the finals, as well as like the global semifinals. And what you see today is those ideas turn into reality. So with that said, I also want to welcome Vinita Jain. She's entrepreneur in residence at iStart Valley, and also Anvesha Banerjee, who's our executive director, who's been helping us take our vision and mission to the next level, with various programs that are yet to come, various partnerships that are yet to be brought to life. And we continuously working behind all of you, behind iStart Valley, and for all of you. With no further ado, what we want to do is get this whole program going with this next set of the programs, the events that we have here lined up. Before I do that, here is advanced technology summer programs, and please make sure that you look into what these are. And then, like I mentioned, you all need to prepare for the AI ready future, AI driven future. And then we do have quantum computing, research based programs, and space tech. And please take a moment to sign up. And while Andrew Bosworth, the CTO of Meta, he said, you should constantly be building if you want to be successful in the AI driven future, which is like a tech driven future that we see all around us, right? So you have to be constantly building, and there is no substitute to it. And if you want to do that, we have vibe coding program. Please come and join us, and our participants are already creating some amazing things that we will be able to share via the video and then through our social media platforms that you get to see in future. So thank you all for being here. With that said, I bring Sushin Nandalike. He's a director at the Youth Executive Committee to introduce all our judges and get the show started. Sushin?
Thank you so much, Mr. C, for that beautiful introduction. Today we have three very esteemed judges for our competitors today. I'm sorry, Mr. C, next slide. Our competitors are Clear Cruise, FinQuest, FireEye, Injury Guard, Mindscope, and Unfiltered. And so we have three judges here today. The first one, Daryl Allen. You heard a little bit from Mr. C about Daryl earlier. Please join me in welcoming Daryl. He's an early internet pioneer who built one of the first 50 websites and has since driven over $3 billion in revenue for partners with two successful exits to his name, as we mentioned before. Daryl is a recognized leader in large-scale affiliate marketing and direct sales, known for transforming partnerships into powerful growth engines. For over a decade, he has helped Fortune 500 brands across retail, travel, hospitality design, scalable acquisition, and retention strategies, blending performance marketing with loyalty innovation. As a trusted advisor and operator, Daryl builds data-driven ecosystems that elevate customer lifetime value, strengthen engagement, and deliver measurable ROI. His work and leadership on multiple affiliate advisory boards continue to shape the future of loyalty commerce, and we are so excited to have him here today. Daryl, would you like to share a few words for the contestants?
Yes, thank you. Wonderful. That was a lot of words. That was kind of boring. So it's true. I mean, how do you articulate what you do if you're a server in a restaurant? How do you, so honestly, surrounded by good people that had good ideas, and it was just a lot of fun. So apologies because I submitted that, by the way, right? So just the boring details. Otherwise, after this, anytime you ever want to talk, anything that you ever need, that's how I got to where I am. So I'm now part of your community. So moving on to the better people.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate having you here. Our next judge is Vinita Jain. She's a visionary leader in product strategy and business transformation with over 17 years of experience across hardware and software technologies. She's the founder of Swift Day, an AI-powered productivity platform, and currently serves as an entrepreneur in residence at iStar Valley. During her impactful 15-year career at Intel, Vinita led the Thunderbolt project line to 90% market adoption and drove a major business shift from hardware to software, delivering double-digit growth. With an MBA from Wharton and an MS from UT Austin, she brings deep expertise in scaling startups, market strategies, and operational leadership. We're honored to have her as a judge today. Vinita, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you very much for having me here today, and amazing work that MJ is doing with like running this accelerator and providing all the real-time experience for everyone. And like we say, the world is changing and evolving, and we don't know what the future holds. But I'm not worried to see, because I see you guys and I've seen you through the competitions that have happened in the past and how you are holding the future. You're the creators of the future. The future is actually in your hands. So I'm just beyond excited here to see what you guys have done today. I mean, the the thing that elates me is the combination of the rigor that you bring with the technology combined with that aspect of humanity, the deep sense of responsibility with which each of these ideas are taking shape. So good luck to all the contestants today, and also honored to share the stage with Daryl and Anvesha. So thank you for having me here. Can't wait to hear the pitches.
Thank you so much. And as she mentioned, our third judge is Anwesha Banerjee. Doctor, by the way, a passionate neuroscientist with over a decade of research experience in neurodevelopmental and neurodegenerative disorders, including autism, Fragile X, and myotonic dystrophy. A recipient of prestigious fellowships and scholarships, she has led independent research funded by the Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation and has multiple scientific publications to her credit. Beyond the lab, she's also a distinguished Toastmaster and a seasoned public speaker, holding the role of district director overseeing 3,000 plus Toastmasters members across Georgia. She also recently delivered her first TED Talk on conquering stage fright through the lens of neuroscience. We're excited to have her bring both scientific insight and powerful communication expertise to the judging panel today. Anwesha, are you here? Would you like to say a few words for our finalists today?
Yes, thank you for having me and good to see you all. Wishing you the best of luck. I always see entrepreneurs as scientists too, because scientists loves to experiment, try something different, try something new, and never have the fear to explore what's next. And all of you are doing exactly that today, exploring what's your next, trying something new. And no matter whatever the result of this global startup contest is, for me, all of you are winners for trying and taking your startups to the next level. So don't give up, don't stop trying. And there is so much beyond today. So all the best. And I'm looking forward to hearing all the pitches. Thank you.
Thank you so much. In addition to these three judges, we also have associate judges from the YC joining us today. Our first judge is Anika Chanduri from Allen High School. She's a senior director at the Youth Executive Committee. And Anika, anything to add?
Yeah, it's such a great opportunity to be here today. I just want to say I've been in all the competitors' feet a couple years ago, and it's such a great opportunity to get to be at this stage. You must have put in so much work, and if nothing else comes out of today, you should be so proud of just being here.
Thank you. Next up is Dheeraj Dinesh from Newman Smith High School, a director at the Youth Executive Committee. Dheeraj, anything for the finalists today?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. And I used to compete in this competition too, so I know what it's like. And I just want to say good luck to all our competitors. You know, have this competition is not only about competing, it's also about having fun in the process too.
Thank you so much. And finally, we have Joshua Lee, a director at the Youth Executive Committee. Josh, anything?
Yeah, I think just to have fun and kind of be creative with how you pitch it, everything will work out in the end. So just no worries on that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And transitioning over, I would like to invite Molika Deshmukh to introduce her as moderator.
Mr. C, I think Molika has to be added as a panelist so that she can talk.
All right, we'll take care of that in a minute. The technical glitches, so that should be solved. And Molika,
You know, I want to share a thought that's in my head. Like, I never thought we need a moderator, right? I mean, somebody needs to be in charge. Everyone, always. Someone's the leader. Someone has to take charge, even if it's not your title. So I was like, yeah, gosh, we do need a moderator. Like, duh. I'm glad I didn't organize this.
Yeah, just give us a minute. It's time to make. All right, Molika, you're on. You should be able to work through your magic.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's pitch contest. I'm Malika, and I'll be your moderator for today. We're excited to see creativity, innovation, and hard work for each participant brings to the stage. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our timer, Hunch, for helping us keep the pitch on track. Each participant will have a set amount of time, and the timer will signal when time is nearly up and when it has ended. Let's make sure we respect the time limit so everyone gets a fair chance to present. Good luck to all the participants today, and I hope you guys have fun.
Can you hear us, Molika?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think. Molika, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay. Um, yeah, so we'll bring up. Uh, the, I think the share went away. Okay, it's being shared now. All right, so we're back in the game. Go ahead, please.
All right, so for today, we have 6 startups participating. We have Mindscope, FireEye, Injury Guard, Unfiltered, Clear Cruise, and FinQuest. Good luck to all the participants.
All right. Do you want to call upon the first startup? We can get started.
Yes. So our first startup for today is Mindscope. Mindscope is an AI-driven platform that uses wearable EEG devices and neuroimagining to detect and monitor neurological diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, epilepsy, and sclerosis at an early stage. Good luck to Mindscope.
Mindscope, could you please let us know who's? Let me go ahead and here is what I'm going to do. We will unmute all the participants, and the participants please mute at your end because we don't have a way to make this better. So from Team Mindscope, who's going to be presenting?
I'll be presenting.
Now, you need to share your name, and if there is anyone else, please do the microphone check. The stage should be set accordingly.
Rishi.
Shreya.
Okay, Shreya, your voice is coming through fine. Rishi, you're being made the presenter, and then we should be able to have you share your screen and get started. Timer moment the presentation begins. That is when you start the clock.
Can you see my
Real
screen?
quick, anyone who's not a judge or currently presenting can turn off their camera so there's not too many
Yes,
disruptions. And then
please.
Hunch, I know you said you wanted to do an announcement real quick.
Yes. Before we start, I'd like to tell all teams, every team has 7 minutes to make their presentation. However, we are allowing 30-second grace time. I'll be putting up my fist like this once you're at 7 minutes, and I'll have to verbally cut you off at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. If you'd like any other cues at like important times, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just let me know.
Cool. Can
Could you play music like the Oscars? You know, when you're going on too long, the music kicks in.
That's such a cool idea, Daryl. We should try that next time. All right. So Mindscope, we are ready for you. The stage is set, and you should be sharing your. Yeah, you send the slide to share mode. I think we're all good. People, please go on mute unless you need to speak. Towards the end of the presentation, judges will be prompted to ask questions. Judges, do you all have your scoring sheets ready? We just want to make sure that you have access to it and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. We are ready. Yay.
I do not. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I'm going to
Daryl,
grab that.
it should be in your email inbox.
Okay.
If you can pull that up, let's just make sure that Daryl has.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yes, it's loading now.
Okay.
And
cool. Let's just give a minute quickly so that we are all fully ready here. You good, Daryl?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Let's go ahead, folks. So please mute at your end. We are ready. Go for it. Team Mindscope ready for you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. We're excited to introduce Mindscope, a breakthrough in neurotechnology designed to restore communication between the brain and the body. I'm Rishi, a sophomore in Texas. I'm interested in neuroscience, and some of my hobbies are hiking and camping.
Hi, my name is Shreya. I'm a sophomore in Washington State, and some of my interests are AI, badminton, and music.
Neurological diseases affect over 1 billion people worldwide and remain extremely difficult to treat. My aunt, a doctor in the US, was diagnosed with multiple system atrophy, a rare, incurable disease. Despite world-class care, nothing could stop its progression. She passed away in 2025, showing us how limited current treatments still are.
Millions of patients today have functioning brains but damaged neural pathways, preventing communication with the body. This leads to loss of movement, independence, and daily interaction. And current treatments don't fix the root problem. They manage symptoms, but they don't restore direct brain body communication, which is why recovery remains limited. Mindscope is what directly addresses this app. It's a fully implantable brain computer interface that enables real time two way communication between the brain and external systems. Using ultra thin flexible electrodes, Mindscope integrates with the brain tissue to both read and stimulate neural signals with high precision. An AI powered chip translates these signals into digital commands, allowing users to control assistive devices with their thoughts. We begin with assistive communication and device control, allowing faster adoption and lower regulatory barriers, before expanding into motor restoration.
MindScope is an advanced neural implant designed to bridge the gap between mind and machine. At its core is a sophisticated low-power chip that translates brainwaves into data, allowing the user's thoughts and actions to be decoded. It's powered by a compact lithium-ion battery with extremely high energy density, enabling it to handle complex processing. Flexible gold-infused graphene threads ensure excellent conductivity while remaining biocompatible and safe for the body. A central plastic component holds the microcontroller in place, while a sturdy casing brings all the parts together. The entire device is enclosed in a biocompatible shell that can withstand pressures over 3 times Earth's and efficiently regulate temperature. And to make it even more personalized, customers can choose a color that matches their skin tone for a seamless look.
The MindBot is a state of the art surgical system designed for safe and precise neural implant procedures. It uses a robotic arm, microneedle inserters, and real time optimal imaging to carefully map the brain and avoid sensitive areas. Built with high performance materials like titanium, carbon fiber, and sapphire, it endures durability and compatibility. The process includes preoperative planning, robotic setup, thread insertion, implant activation, and system sterilization. With micron level precision, it places flexible threads, activates the neural chip, verifies signal quality, and prepares for the next procedure efficiently and safely. By building both the implant and the robot, we created a fully integrable and scalable solution.
Traditional neuromodulation systems like deep brain stimulators provide only coarse electrical stimulation to broaden areas in the brain, while MindScope has a bidirectional interface that can capture fine-grained neural dynamics. It does this through skipping transmitting through the central nervous system, and this amount of precision will allow patients to control different assistive technologies. Soon, MindScope could restore different lost functions more effectively than any current technology by using its stimulation capabilities to bypass damaged circuits and facilitate a functional recovery. Mindscope has 5 main advantages, putting it above its competitors Neuralink and Synchron. 1. Mindscope is focused only on medical treatment, not mind enhancement. 2. It builds both the brain chip and the robot that implants it. 3. Hospitals can lease the robot, making adoption more affordable. 4. The system is designed to treat many neurological conditions. 5. It offers customized solutions that integrate directly into hospitals.
Mindscope is poised to revolutionize neurotech in healthcare, targeting a total 120 billion total addressable market. Our serviceable available market stands at 12 billion, and we aim to capture 140 million in revenue by year 3, which is our serviceable obtainable market. We start by engaging 500 hospitals, increasing outreach to 1,000 by year 3. With the rising conversion rate from 2 to 8%, we will acquire 40 hospitals and sell 2,000 proprietary neural chips. These chips are priced at 30,000 each, while each hospital leases a robot for 1.8 million annually. Revenue grows from 35 million to 140 million, while our lean cost structure supports a gross margin nearing 60%. With the CAC decreasing to 30K, MR exceeding 830K, and an LTV CAC ratio greater than 20, we ensure capital efficiency. Our robots maintain over 99.5% uptime, and our customer loyalty is strong, with NPS climbing to 70. Mindscope is built for scale, margin, and mission. These projections are based on existing hospital adoption trends and comparable medical technologies, making them realistic and achievable.
To ensure real-world relevance, our ongoing development stage includes observation at an occupational therapy clinic, which has provided us with insight into how neurological conditions impact younger patients in daily life. By working closely with these individuals, we have reviewed the concept with an OT specialist we are working with and received confirmation of the need for solutions that restore communication and independence, further validating both the problem and our proposed approach. Furthermore, by accompanying doctors during nursing home rounds, we got the opportunity to meet patients suffering from neurological conditions that impaired their ability to move. During our conversations, they expressed great desire to return to their original state, which would become a reality with the implementation of Mindscope. To continue, we are conducting research into EEG brainwave activity to better understand how neural signals can be interpreted and translated into actionable outputs, strengthening the technical foundation behind Mindscope. For future plans, the Mindscope app will serve as the intelligent bridge between implantable device and the user. It will offer real-time neural insights, personalized tracking, and intuitive brain-to-device communication. Following app development will come partnering with research institutions to move towards prototyping and testing.
Mindscope isn't just innovation, it's restoration. With a fully implantable brain computer interface, it creates real time communication between the brain and the world around it. It decodes intention, empowers motion, and bridges thought to action, helping individuals reconnect with what matters most. Restoring motion, restoring life. This is Mindscope. Thank you.
All right, Mindscope, thank you so much. That was a wonderful pitch. Do the judges have any questions or comments?
I have one question. As a use case, it's a very specific use case, which is wonderful because it's a very specific thing, the brain, right? Are there any other ancillary type use cases? So it's been built and designed with intent for this purpose. Is there something else that it can also do? Maybe not related to the brain, as it goes to the biggest organ in the body, skin, for example. Are there other things that it could do to generate additional revenue as just a byproduct of your central focus?
So, sorry, just to clarify, you're asking about like the further like use cases of the product?
Yes. What else? I mean, is it able to do something else? Is there another market where it also has some fit to it? I mean, your focus should be where it is now, but are there other opportunities that this could be placed in once you start to get adoption in different hospitals?
Right. So for Mindscope, the product, we're basically starting off with like assistive communication. So again, just to clarify, this is for like patients with like different like paralysis or conditions, like for example, ALS. Um, it also like enables control of like other assistive devices such as like wheelchairs, prosthetic limbs, and like it helps them like use their like brain signals. And then additionally, it can also be used for rehabilitation for being able to provide like real-time neural feedback. And this like in general, like Mindscope helps like different like patients and like people with different like neurological conditions and like physical disabilities. But overall, our target audience just seems to be like surrounding this particular like I guess audience. So I hope that like clarifies the question.
Yes,
Yeah, it could
absolutely.
also
Thank
be
you.
used for like defense rehabilitation for like veterans who suffered any sort of like spinal trauma, and that it could help many injured veterans too, along with
Yeah,
nursing
wonderful.
homes.
Thank you.
I have a question and a comment. Anything, whenever it's related to brain, it's very exciting, but it can also be scary in terms of adoption, right? You compared it with deep brain stimulation. As far as my understanding of deep brain stimulation, the technology, what it does is slightly different than what you are proposing here, which is quite interesting. So think, as you are thinking about your startup, how are you thinking about incorporating maybe data to show where you are headed? Like if everything is still very observational, what are your plans on testing this out? I know you said prototype is further in year 2 and 3. Can you tell some plans around how you're planning to, because they can be very expensive too. Any kind of research that involves human and implanting something, it can be super expensive. How are you going to get there?
I think what we're planning to do is we'll be planning to like partner with like research institutions in order to like to work with them to help uh move forward to where we want to be by years like 3 in order to start developing the prototype.
In terms of like research, we already like if like Rishi, you could go back to like the like the slide before this. We already started like EEG brainwave research, which is basically like getting to understand like this non-invasive like data collection using EEG to be able to train like AI models, and it'll like help like accurately interpret brain signals. So these like initial stages help us validate like signal decoding without actually having any like surgical risks. So other than that, like once we start getting into like prototyping and testing, we would only like make sure after like extensive validation we like proceed to like the human clinical trials under like such as like FDA protocols, and we'd start with like small patient groups. Thank you.
I'm going to sort of hop on Dr. Banerjee's question because I think it was great. The data. You mentioned AI, for training. That is its own product, as far as a revenue stream goes. It's a sales piece that can get you into, different institutions for sure. Like I just want to point out, that would be very important, right? If it's your own AI, your own information, that itself is generating revenue for you outside of the actual hardware. So something to not lose sight of how important it would help you get adoption and generate revenue even before uh, you're in any institutions.
Yeah, adding on to that, like, wearable EEG data, as I understand it, it's very, very difficult to clean. So how does AI differentiate, like, between my regular movements versus a muscle noise coming out of some disease or something? Like that in itself is a challenging problem to think of. And once you develop something that is high accuracy, clean, usable, then that itself can be a product of itself, like how Daryl said. But how do you do that? I'm curious.
Uh, it's like what this device is doing is it's kind of like learning the patterns when what we're doing. So it's collecting like the baseline data from the patients, like their normal signals, like resting signals, their movement, their intentional movement signals, uh, and it's kind of like utilizing these to decide and differentiate between like a disease caused movement, because also like disease movements have like different signals. It's like they have like distinct signatures, and that our device will be able to differentiate by using these baseline that the baseline data from the patient that it's gathering.
In terms of like the EEG brainwave data like collection, that's kind of the main reason why we're doing like the EEG brainwave research to begin with, because the data set, we didn't like collect this data on our own. This is like something from Kaggle, which is like another part of like a separate research paper. So by analyzing like the types of like processes that they followed, we're planning on implementing like the similar steps for our like own like independent research. But yeah, this like brainwave research is like very informational for us, which is why like we're trying to be able to like come up with those like outputs and eventually be able to like conduct this on our own.
All right, thank you so much. That was a really great pitch. Now we will move on to FireEye. FireEye is an app that uses satellite imagery and artificial intelligence to detect wildfires early, predict their spread, and alert responders to protect their lives and land. Good luck to FireEye.
Farai, who's presenting?
Shreyas, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we will give you the presenter rights and you should all be ready to go. All right. Shreyas.
Okay. 1 second.
What's going on, Shreyas? Looks like he had to rejoin because of his Mac issue. Shreyas, are you back? Malika, can we move on to the next startup? We can come back to Shreyas.
Yes. All right, so our next startup is Injury Guard. Injury Guard is an AI-powered app that connects wearables and analyzes an athlete's training workload, biomechanics, and previous injury histories to predict and prevent injuries. Good luck to Injury Guard.
Is that Ritvik?
Yeah, hi, I'm here.
Okay, all right. So we got Ritvik here. All right. Ritvik, did you get the presenter?
Yeah, it looks like I also have to rejoin.
Okay, can you please do that quickly?
Yeah.
Shreyas, are you back by any chance? Shreyas? Okay. Just a technical issue here. Okay. Shreyas is back. Let's go to Shreyas. Can you unmute and speak? We see you here. Okay. You're not able to unmute and speak. Where are you? Okay, here you go. You just went into a different issue because you just rejoined us. Okay, Shreyas, the presenter rights coming your way. Sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Who is this? Shreyas, are you able to?
I don't have sharing screen rights.
Okay, I'm making a presenter now. So Ritvik will come to you in a minute. All right, Shreyas is you. So yeah, we can see your slide. Folks, we had clearly mentioned to you not to bring your Macs. All right, so Ritvik.
I sent email. The only a device I have is a Mac.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Make panelist. All right, so we have FireEye now. Judges, for your benefit, this is Team FireEye. Just over here. Okay. All right, so can you are you ready? Judges, this is FireEye for your benefit. Um, all right, so let's go. Let's go for it. We're ready for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shreyas Dave, and I'm a junior in Columbus, Ohio. We are FireEye, a team focused on using technology to address one of the fastest growing and most destructive natural disasters today, wildfire. Our goal is simple: detect fires earlier, respond faster, and ultimately save lives, property, and ecosystems. Wildfires are increasing in both frequency and intensity across the globe. In 2024 alone, more than 10 million acres burned worldwide, destroying homes, displacing families, and releasing massive amounts of carbon into the atmosphere. Recent estimates show over 102 million hectares burned, with an annual economic impact reaching up to $893 billion. But beyond the numbers, the real cost is communities being forced to evacuate, ecosystems being permanently damaged, and recovery taking years. As temperatures rise and drought conditions worsen, wildfire risk is expanding into more regions each year, including areas that historically were not at high risk. One of the biggest challenges isn't just the fires themselves, it's how late they're often detected. In many regions, early warnings still rely on outdated methods like lookout towers, delayed satellite reports, or calls from nearby residents. By the time a fire is officially confirmed, it is already spread beyond easy containment. That's why we see all those news about California wildfires all the time, about how they've spread so far and wide. By the time a fire is confirmed, it spreads so far that that critical delay between ignition and response is where the majority of the damage occurs. FireEye was created to close that gap and shift response from reactive to proactive. Introducing FireEye. FireEye is an AI-powered wildfire detection and prediction platform designed for speed, accuracy, and real-world usability. It analyzes real-time satellite imagery from NASA's MODIS and VIIRS systems, along with the European Space Agency's Sentinel-2 satellites. Our model continuously scans these data streams to detect heat signatures and smoke patterns. At the same time, it reduces false positives by cross-referencing weather data, humidity levels, wind conditions, and historical wildfire patterns. This allows FireEye to identify potential fires within minutes instead of hours, giving responders a critical head start. Our system operates in 4 key stages: detection, filtering, alerting, and prediction. First, we detect anomalies such as sudden heat spikes or smoke plumes. Next, we filter those signals using environmental data to confirm whether they represent a real wildfire risk. Once confirmed, we instantly alert emergency responders with precise GPS coordinates. Finally, we generate a short-term spread prediction based on wind patterns, terrain, and vegetation, allowing teams to act strategically rather than reactively. For example, if a fire starts near Boulder, Colorado, FireEye can detect the hotspot within minutes of ignition. The system then analyzes wind direction, slope, and surrounding vegetation to predict how the fire will spread over the next several hours. Emergency responders receive an immediate alert with both location and projected movement. Instead of arriving after the fire is already escalated, teams can deploy earlier, contain the fire faster, and protect nearby communities more effectively. This shift from reaction to prevention is where FireEye creates its greatest impact. To evaluate FireEye in a real-world concept, we tested our concept with the local fire department in California, one of the most wildfire-prone regions in the United States. Their feedback was critical in refining how alerts are delivered, what level of detail is most useful, and how prediction should be visualized in high-pressure situations. This early validation confirmed that faster detection combined with predictive insights can significantly improve response time and decision-making in the field. We also conducted surveys with residents in high-risk wildfire regions across California to better understand demand for an early warning platform. 70% of respondents said they would download the FireEye app for wildfire alerts. 93% ranked instant warnings as the most important feature. 85% preferred mobile access, and 78% said they would recommend the app to others. One participant summarized it best: living in a high-risk area, I need to know about fires immediately, not hours later. These results show strong demand for faster, more reliable wildfire information. To scale FireEye, we're pursuing a phased funding approach. We require $2 million in year 1 to support continued research and development, along with regional pilot launches. In year 2, we project $3.5 million to expand nationally and build partnerships with additional agencies. By year 3, we estimate $6 million to support global expansion into other wildfire-prone regions. While all of these numbers are overestimates, we seem optimistic for the future. And just last week, we received notification of our acceptance into the Kane Business Plan Competition Finals, competing for a chance to win a $2,000 grant next week in New York. This funding demonstrates both early traction and confidence in our solution. Looking ahead, we plan to scale FireEye across wildfire-prone regions throughout North America. We are actively working towards partnerships with fire agencies, research institutions, and environmental organizations to pilot and refine the system in real-world conditions. Future upgrades will integrate drone surveillance, a key technological improvement in society today, and IoT-based ground sensors, adding an additional layer of verification to satellite detections. Our long-term vision is to build a fully connected wildfire intelligence network that combines space-based data with on-the-ground insights. Now I will share this website. Welcome to the Fire Command Center dashboard. With the help of AI, we were able to build a real-time view of wildfire intelligence. At this moment, our system is tracking 4 active fires, 2 under monitoring and 7 fully contained. Instant alerts and air quality updates keep both responders and residents informed. Relief resource panels support recovery efforts while the evacuation planning systems ensure that routes remain clear and safe. This allows team to make smarter, faster, and safer decisions when every second matters. Wildfires aren't slowing down, so response time can't stay the same. FireEye makes sure it doesn't. This is FireEye. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you so much, FireEye. That was an amazing pitch. Now we will move on to Injury Guard. Or wait, sorry, before that, do the judges have any questions or comments?
I did have one question. You said you did a survey with the local fire department. What type of survey was it? Like, what kind of questions were on that survey?
Sure, yeah. So that survey was focused on quickly detecting. So the survey was with residents in California, but we had a regional pilot launch at a fire department where what we did is we basically looked 2 aspects, clarity and complexity. And one of the biggest things about the way firefighters work is that they have to be quick on response. So what they told us is that clarity matters so much more than complexity. Responders don't need the overwhelming data. They need quick, clear, and like actionable information. And that feedback would let us to simplify how our alerts are delivered and prioritize important things like exact coordinates and short-term spread predictions rather than overloading them with too many metrics like wind patterns, potential areas taken. And that's basically what allows FireEye to be profitable in the way that it can be free, because I don't believe safety should come at a cost, but with premium features for both residents and fire departments, they can be able to gain faster response times, increased information.
All right, do any of the other judges, such as Daryl, Dr. Banerjee, and Vanita, have any other questions?
This is Daryl. I have one question. There, with all the different municipalities, governments, sometimes they're very up to date with their software. Sometimes they're legacy systems. How do you get the information to them? Like simple API, or just using sort of the standard what's out there, or is there any other way to make sure that your information can get to the people that need to get it without any technical hiccups?
Yeah, so that's a great question, first of all. So obviously, as I mentioned, what current solutions exist they're pretty reactive. They take a very long time. So in order to stay on top of fire spreading, we have like a subscription-based service. So we're considering an app, which we made. That premium dashboard would be more for the fire departments to have access to at all times, sort of like a website that gives alerts. That's sort of like an alarm that you use to wake up, that you can basically use as a dashboard to track fires in their local area. And one of the biggest things is that there are so many different varieties. When I take trips out to different states, one of the biggest things I noticed is that not every region is the same. Some of the high fire regions don't have the best fire departments and detection systems. So it would be the dashboard that we would use that can be accessed by firefighters at any fire department based off of our partnership. And then it would be sort of like an app response that could be downloaded onto the phone for citizens living in case of evacuation plans and emergencies.
Awesome. Thank you.
Vinita or Anvesha, do you guys have any questions?
No.
All right. All right. Let's move on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, FireEye, for an amazing presentation. Now we will move on to Injury Guard. Injury Guard is an AI-powered app that connects to wearables and analyzes an athlete's training workload, biomechanics, and previous injury history to predict and prevent injuries. Good luck.
Hi, this is Ritvik.
Yeah, so Ritvik, we are giving you the presenterize, make you the presenter. So it looks like there is some bandwidth issue. Unless you need to speak, I think you guys can go off camera. Thank you, folks. Ritvik, did you get a presenter right? Just give a minute for Ritvik to come back on. All right, he is back. All right. Okay, all right, so you should all be set now.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you put it on slideshow mode? We are good. All right, so you're ready. We are ready for you. Go ahead and begin with the slideshow. Again, you're back on. Yeah, now you're good. Okay, right.
Okay. What if there was a way to revolutionize the way athletes deal with injury? What if there was a way to mitigate the causes and effects of injury that would normally take athletes out for months to years? Good morning, everyone. I am proud to present Injury Guard, where we change the way athletes are able to stay in the game longer and play to their fullest potential. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine research, every year, 8.6 million athletes across all ages, from youth to pros, lose crucial playing time, scholarships, or even careers to injuries. Additionally, 50% of these injuries, 4.3 million of them, are preventable with actions taken beforehand. Most solutions are reactive. You get hurt and then you get support, but by then the damage is already done. Athletes rely on basic wearables, generic rehab plans, or expensive team systems that don't serve individuals. This leaves them unsure if they're pushing too hard, and no affordable, personalized, AI-driven solution exists to help them predict and prevent injuries before they happen. That's the gap, and that's where Injury Guard comes in. We validated our problem through a survey sent to our initial target market, which was youth to high school athletes. And in this past year, we sent this survey to athletes across all sports at Evergreen Valley High School in San Jose. Around 91% reported having some sort of injury, and about 63% of those said it happened multiple times. Additionally, 73% said that their biggest injury-related fear was permanent damage, something that our solution aims to help reduce. Now let's talk numbers. Our total addressable market for injury prevention is estimated at $35 billion, covering all athletes from recreational to pro, youth to adult. Our serviceable addressable market, factoring in affordability and limiting to United States athletes, is around $3 billion. And our serviceable obtainable market, our beachhead of U.S. middle school to high school athletes at a 3% penetration rate, totals roughly $234 million. Now comes the solution, Injury Guard. It's an AI-powered app that connects to wearables to track real-time biometric data, heart rate, movement, and training load. Combined with user inputs like injury history, it delivers personalized insights. More importantly, it detects early signs of overtraining or poor biomechanics and alerts athletes to take action. It also builds custom recovery plans and tracks progress automatically, making safety and performance effortless. Now let's talk about the process an athlete will go through in order to efficiently use Injury Guard. Step one is onboarding. The athletes will input info like sport, injury history, training frequency, and goals Step 2 is smart tracking. The wearables track movement, workload, rest, and biomechanics with manual inputs. Step 3 is AI analysis. Our engine scans the data in real time for risk patterns and red flags. And step 4 is personalized recovery. Based on AI insights, Injury Guard will deliver custom mobility, recovery, and stretch plans. Step 5 is continuous learning. The system will evolve as the athlete progresses. Injury Guard doesn't just react to injury, it prevents it before it happens. Let's talk about our ideal user. Meet Veronica. She's 16 years old, a varsity basketball player, and like many athletes, she plays year-round, school season, with club basketball, undergoing constant training. Her family makes around $90,000 a year, meaning Injury Guard at $11.99 per month is completely affordable, especially compared to the cost of injuries. But here's the problem. Veronica is constantly dealing with knee pain. She doesn't know if it's just soreness or something more serious, and there's no system guiding her training, no way to track her workload, and no warning signs. So, like most athletes, she just plays through it. And that's exactly how small injuries that are issues turn into season ending injuries. Now, imagine Veronica using Injury Guard. Injury Guard tracks her workload, monitors fatigue, and analyzes her movement and training patterns. Before that knee pain becomes something serious, Injury Guard alerts her to take action. Because she inputted this data into the app, she gets a personalized recovery and mobility plan tailored to her body. Instead of guessing, she knows exactly what to do. And instead of missing her season, she stays on the court. That's the difference that Injury Guard aims to create. Now, now let's discuss our competitive landscape. Injury Guard stands out in the competition by offering the only affordable AI-powered injury prevention solution built specifically for individual athletes. Unlike Kitman Lab, Catapult, Kindup, and Whoop, which are either team-focused, lack predictive AI, or miss key features like real-time alerts, Injury Guard checks every box. On the landscape graph, while most competitors cluster in the bottom left with basic injury tracking, more team-oriented tools, and general injury advice, Injury Guard leads in the top right with cutting-edge AI for injury tracking and advice and routines that's tailored to specific athletes. So what sets Injury Guard apart? It's not just another fitness tracker. We deliver real-time AI-powered injury prevention tactics personalized to every athlete's body and training habits. While others focus on post-injury recovery, we're shifting to prevention. That's what makes our solution powerful and essential for athletes and their families. Here's a look at our app prototype. The sleek professional design delivers real-time insights in a user-friendly way. Athletes can view biomechanics, input data, and access their routines and recovery plans all in one place. The layout is easy to navigate with performance at the core. And here's our wearable prototype alongside the app, which is designed for comfort, sleekness, and it's lightweight, non-restrictive, and sweat-proof, so athletes can wear it during any activity. Despite its size, it tracks key biometrics through sensors and syncs with the app, feeding real-time data to our AI engine for instant analysis. This wearable feeds the data and information to be analyzed by AI, which will process the data and give personalized recovery and training plans to alleviate the injury risk. Injury Guard offers two plans. Standard and Pro. The standard plan includes basic strength programs, general training plans, and recovery resources, perfect for those starting out with injury prevention, and it is free. The Pro plan is the full package, including everything in standard, plus real-time injury alerts, personalized AI-driven insights, and fully customized training and recovery programs. It's priced at $11.99 a month or $109.99 per year. Both plans offer useful tools, but Pro delivers a fully tailored, powerful experience. An important point to note is that Injury Guard will be implementing wearables later in the journey, around year 3, because costs to produce and ship these wearables were detrimental to the finances early on. And in order to compensate with this, we plan to partner with Apple, Garmin, and other wearable-related companies in order to integrate our app with the data that these wearables collect. Let's look at Injury Guard's financial projections. Over the next 3 years, we project a 0.01 to 0.1% market penetration across youth, collegiate, and professional athletes. Additionally, our market includes those who work out regularly, which is not necessarily playing a sport, which increases our grasp and impact. In year 1, we target high school athletes and a small portion of casual fitness enthusiasts, capturing 0.01% of the $12 million market, or the 12 million unit market, which gives us 1,227 paying customers in the first year. Assuming they all use the Pro plan, our revenue in year 1 is expected to be around $176.5 thousand. In year 2, we expand into the collegiate space with an expected 35% churn rate and an expansion to collegiate athletes, growing to 8,930 users and $1.2 million in revenue. By year 3, as we scale to professional teams and athletic organizations, we have a projected 15,000 users and a $2.15 million in revenue. Our growth is fueled by youth adoption, coaching support, and expansion to higher levels of competition. Injury Guard has the potential to become a multi-million-dollar digital health solution in just 3 years. Beyond the last pitch, we have fully reevaluated our costs and our profits. Originally, our margins were extremely unreliable. Now we have much more reliable numbers that represent a more reasonable tracking of Injury Guard's growth. To build Injury Guard, we projected development and operational costs over the next 3 years. In year one, expenses are around $123,000 for things like AI development, cost of goods, research and development, market and selling, and general and administrative. Cost increased to $410,000 in year two and just over $1 million in year three as we scale to invest in manufacturing, AI training, and marketing. Despite these expenses, our profits still see potential highs. Year one sees profit of $53.5 thousand, year two $870,000, and year three $1.06 million. This demonstrates Injury Guard's scalability and profitability from day one. Now let's look at Injury Guard's traction metrics. As shown in the graph, we're seeing growth in both customer acquisition and revenue. Our year-over-year growth aligns with the numbers we discussed, reinforcing that our solution is practical and scalable. We expect steady growth in our customer base moving forward. And finally, let's talk about Injury Guard's future. What you've seen today is just the beginning. Our vision to build the most intelligent injury prevention system in sports. We start with data, integrating with wearables like Apple and Garmin to track workload, fatigue, and recovery across thousands of athletes. Then we turn that data into intelligence. Our AI learns patterns that lead to injuries, allowing us to predict risk early and deliver real-time, personalized recommendations. As we scale, we expand into hardware. By year three, we plan to launch our own Injury Guard wearable, giving us more accurate data and full control of the ecosystem. Long term, we integrate with doctors and medical professionals to provide clinically backed insights and smarter return to play decisions. With Injury Guard, we're building a future where injuries are predicted and prevented. Thank you for listening. With Injury Guard, we're not just preventing injuries, we're protecting futures. We're open to any questions.
All right, thank you so much, Injury Guard. Nicely done. Thank you for the pitch. Do any of the judges have any questions or comments?
I have a quick question. One is it's a nice, very nice presentation. My question is, generally professional athletes, they are always working in teams with coach and with full team who takes care of the injury and keep an eye on injuries.
That's right.
Are you seeing this as replacing them? And the second, the second question, the second part is, I always fear the self-diagnosis mode when people go into thinking that I can rely. I see that in my pharma space a lot, where people are saying, "Oh, I'm looking at this app. This is telling me how much I sleep, how much I don't sleep." So how are you going to counter that issue of people who are using your app not seeking real medical help when they need to?
Yeah, and those are great questions. So to answer the first part of our question, I think that Injury Guard will be more of a solution that will aid in the recovery of course, as you said, professional athletes have, the state-of-the-art best injury prevention that there is, like with trainers, coaches, and other things. So I think Injury Guard will be something that will aid in their injury prevention by providing the data. So this will be a tool that these players and trainers can use in order to help efficiently keep their players conditioned, keep them strengthened, keep them just away from injury in general. And to answer the second part of it, do you mind repeating the second part of your question?
Yes. There are so many apps which always telling us what is wrong with us and how we to deal with it, and that sometimes prevents people from seeking real medical help when there is a need, and they over rely on app. What kind of a disclaimer, or how are you going to protect your users against such a risk where they don't over rely on the app, and they know the limitation of the app that they're using?
I understand. Yeah, that's a great question. So I think Injury Guard will have a detection system in itself where it will determine when an injury has gotten either to a point where it's too far for the app to analyze safely, and the best thing to do would be to go under a doctor's advice, or in general, if there is something that our AI flags is, hey, we can't do this, It's not because we don't have the proper factors, or this injury looks extremely serious right now. Because of these factors, we will leave it upon the athlete to go and seek medical help from their doctors or something like that, because the injury has gotten to a point where the app can only do so much. These recovery and training and like stretching, all these injury prevention tactics will not be enough in order to contain the injury. So the AI will analyze that, and the app will tell the athlete, hey, we need you to go see a doctor because our basic strengthening cannot aid you if your injury has gotten to a point where it's too far, or just it requires some doctor's advice.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Do any of the other judges have any more questions? All right, now we will move on to the next startup. Unfiltered. Unfiltered is an AI-powered fashion app that curates outfits tailored to your unique body type, style preferences, and mood, helping you shop confidently and without the guesswork. All right, Unfiltered, you're up next.
Okay,
Who
can I
needs
present it
access?
first?
Yep.
Me, Srivasia.
See your name again.
Srivasia.
Okay, Shailas, you're coming your way. Can others please do the microphone check?
Can you hear me? This is Tanishka.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? This is Aditi.
Okay. All right. So you can put up on the slideshow mode. We should be good to go.
Are you able to hear me as well?
Yeah, we are able to hear you. Judges, this is unfiltered. Please scroll them in the appropriate section. All right, go for it.
All right. Ring, ring, your phone's ringing, and like most calls, you could ignore it. But this one's different because on the other end is something that actually understands you. This is Unfiltered, a personal styling experience built for a generation that's tired of guessing, returning, and never quite seeing themselves reflected in fashion. I'm Aditi, founder of Unfiltered. I led the vision, product direction, and creative experience behind what you're about to see.
Hi, I'm Tanishka, and I focus on marketing and brand strategy, making sure what we build actually resonates with real users and how they express themselves.
And I'm Srivasia, leading technical development, bring your ideas to life through a functional, interactive prototype.
And together, this isn't just an idea we're pitching, it's something we picked up, built, and are actively answering.
So, let's start at the beginning of the call, opening the hanger, who we are.
Unfiltered is a fashion tech platform built for Gen Z, but more importantly, for people who feel like fashion hasn't been built for them.
Right now, most platforms rely on generalized sizing, trend-based feeds, and unrealistic visuals.
They don't actually know the user, they approximate, and that's where the disconnect happens.
So we built something different.
We combine AI, real-time retail integration, and body-inclusive data to create styling that's actually personal.
Not filtered, not guessed, and built from real input.
Because fashion shouldn't be a missed call, it should feel like something made for you. So once we understood the problem, we built the actual response.
We developed a fully functional prototype that walks through the complete unfiltered experience.
From onboarding to outfit generation to AI interaction, it mirrors what a real product would feel like.
We were intentional. This isn't random AI output. We layered in logic around styling, proportions, and user preferences.
And we tested it with real users, refining how intuitive it feels and how accurate the results are.
So what we have isn't just a concept, it's actually a working foundation.
But instead of just talking about it,
let's put it on speaker.
So I'll walk you through how Unfiltered works. Users start with a simple sign up, just enough to begin shaping their experiences, and from there we guide them through quick selections, body type, sizing, and preferences. This matters because most platforms assume, but we actually build on what the users actually tell us. We also include tone and aesthetic preferences so the system understands both appearances and expression, and then the budget ensures everything shown is actually realistic instead of just aspirational. And then, this is the key moment, outfits are generated instantly, as you will see in a second.
And from there, users enter a personalized feed. Each outfit's already styled, so instead of figuring things out, it's done for you. It removes decision fatigue and makes styling feel effortless. This can save looks, revisit them, and build a digital closet. closet over time.
And what really sets Unfiltered apart is the AI stylist. Users can ask real questions, like how to style something they already own, and instantly receive outfit ideas, suggestions, and shoppable pieces.
So instead of adjusting yourself to fit fashion, Unfiltered adjusts fashion to fit you. But recently, we added something new.
A virtual try-on feature.
This allows users to upload a product, select a model or themselves, and choose a setting.
And instantly, they can see that outfit on a real body. This is a recent integration and a major step forward for us.
It directly addresses one of the biggest issues in online shopping, uncertainty.
So instead of imagining how something might look,
You can actually see it before you buy it, as you'll see in a second.
So now, let's check the numbers behind the call.
we started with $150 in initial funding.
And we've only spent $26 to build our current prototype.
That means we've been extremely intentional, prioritizing impact while keeping costs low. And the majority of our resources are still available to scale, whether that's product development, partnerships, or launch. But this call doesn't just end here, it actually expands.
We're developing a full mobile app for a seamless experience.
We're also expanding AI capabilities, including more advanced try-ons and deeper personalization.
Long term, we're building brand partnerships and scaling globally. This isn't just about growth, it's about redefining how people experience fashion.
But that leads to a real question. With so many fashion apps already out there,
why pick up this call?
When we looked at current platforms, we noticed clear gaps.
Stitch Fix is a subscription-based, slow, and not built for real-time personalization.
Thread offers AI suggestions, but they're surface level. They don't account for mood, identity, or deeper context.
Lucario has limited reach, minimal interactivity, and isn't designed for how modern users engage with fashion.
Unfiltered changes that.
We offer real-time AI styling based on body, mood, and occasion.
We're inclusive across body types, cultures, and personal identities, something most platforms overlook.
And we take users from inspiration to fully shoppable outfits seamlessly.
And most importantly, we're built for Gen Z expression and digital culture.
And that places us in a very specific position in the market.
Unfiltered sits at the intersection of AI, fashion, and self-expression.
We bridge the gap between inspiration and actual shopping, something most platforms fail to connect.
And everything we build is designed for fast, personalized, identity-driven style.
In 2026, we're targeting 2,000 to 3,000 users, focusing on early launch, refining our AI, and building strong social traction.
By 2027, we aim to grow to 10,000 to 15,000 users while introducing monetization and affiliate partnerships.
In 2028, we scaled to 40,000 to 60,000 users, expanding AI capabilities and introducing community features.
And by 2029, we reach over 100,000 users, launching a creator marketplace and large-scale brand collaborations.
Our long-term vision is bigger than just styling.
We're building a complete fashion ecosystem, connecting users, brands, and creators.
Transforming Unfiltered from a tool
into a global platform for discovery and self-expression.
And we're already hearing that reflected back to us.
Maya, 17, shared that she used to spend a lot of time putting outfits together and still felt unhappy with the results, but Unfiltered quickly understands both her body and actual style.
Jordan, 19, said it feels like an inspiration platform, but actually personalized and shoppable, removing the need to guess.
Aaliyah, age 18, mentioned that for the first time, recommendations truly match her, not just in size, but in her overall vibe. That's the difference.
So we could just end the call here.
But we're not ready to hang up.
Because this isn't the end.
It's just the beginning. So, iStart Valley, we're incredibly grateful you picked up this call.
From where we started in this internship to building something real, this has been a journey we didn't want to miss.
And it's pushed us to think bigger, build further, and keep this conversation going far beyond today.
So next time your phone rings, don't ignore it because it might just be Unfiltered calling. Thank you so much.
All right, Unfiltered, thank you for sharing. Do any of the judges have any questions or comments?
Great presentation, amazing storytelling. And I love the idea that you spent only $26 out of your 150 to get to where you are now with the working prototype. That's quite amazing and impressive. I see. I have just one question. Like, you guys are indexing a lot on the personalization. Can you share more on how will you stand apart in that personalization pillar initially with your customers?
Sorry, I was on mute. So basically personalization is like the core of Unfiltered, and basically it differentiates from other options because it doesn't give generic outfit suggestions, and our app actually adapts to each user based on their body type, style preferences, budget, and occasion, like we showed in our demo. And it makes us stand out because we don't recommend outfits based on trends. We use AI to understand the individual user, so the recommendations actually feel realistic, relevant, and actually wearable to them. So over time, the app also learns from user feedback, and it continuously improves and refines those recommendations.
Yeah, my question was more about the cold start. Like when you start, the personalization hasn't built in versus imagine Banana Republic or some other fashion store that has the real-time data of the user's past purchases. But I'll end my question here, give time to others to ask, but something for you to think about.
Sorry, I just wanted to add on to that really quick. I wanted to say thank you so much for commending our visuals. We really appreciate that. And kind of just saying that, kind of like Tanishka said, we combine multiple layers of this personalization to kind of stand apart. I'm not completely sure if that answers your question, but we have like body type, exact sizing, style preferences, and cultural needs, which is something that we don't really see in other apps. And I feel like that kind of makes us stand out. And again, like Tanishka said, we don't rely on past behavior of users or general trends. So because of that, and we're connected to real-time inventory, so we actually generate these complete shoppable outfits, which helps a user kind of make the process a lot easier to kind of flow through and I guess just get from one end to another, if that makes sense. Thank you so much, though.
Okay. Send
Can I
me
also
the
add on?
app when it's ready.
Will do.
Excuse me. Could I also add on?
This is Daryl. I loved it. If you guys need a model, instead of those stock photos, call me. But I kind of have a statement and a question. The statement would be, you had mentioned affiliate marketing, right? The affiliate networks. They're, with very little traction, that opens up an additional revenue model of advertising, paid placements, I will call them. So if that happens, and you should be thinking about that, right? Macy's is going to give you thousands of dollars a month for 10,000 users, right? Just to be out in front of them, let alone the relationship with all of their deals. So my statement with that is be aware that there's a lot of money in paid placements, paid advertising, and don't rely on it. That should just be considered free money for now, because one month Macy's has money for this, and then the next month they don't. It's very hot and cold. My question after that statement would be, are you going to include current clothing? So like for me, scan and it like, okay, I want a new pair of pants, but I have this great shirt, right? So you can suggest pants, but also help me put something together that I have in my closet, so to speak.
As mentioned before, our AI stylist feature, it can already integrate clothes that you've already owned in like the past, and it can help you style it based on existing items that you already own, making it a convenient option rather than having to purchase the entire outfit.
It's amazing. That's great. It's not something that's just like buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. It's useful every day outside of buying something. So anyway, great job on the presentation too.
Thank you. And to kind of add on to Srilasya, first I want to say thank you for this statement and for letting us know in the future how to go about it. We really appreciate it. And also just to kind of like, I guess, repeat the same thing, but emphasize it, the AI stylist already takes something that you own. And I feel like this makes the experience much more practical, kind of going back to our competitors, because it kind of relies on things that you can buy, but also things that you can take from your own closet. Because at the end of the day, it's all about maximizing what you already have while adding to your closet and still discovering new pieces when needed. But thank you so much.
All right, Unfiltered, that was an amazing pitch. Thank you so much for presenting. Now we will move on to Clear Cruise. Clear Cruise is a LiDAR-based obstacle detection system for e-scooters, e-bikes, and other human-powered vehicles that notifies a user of an obstruction in the way. Good luck to Clear Cruise.
Who's presenting? Clear Cruise?
Josh, my name is Josh.
Josh, okay. Josh, that is coming your way. Okay.
Wait one
Right, we
second.
can see your screen, and then can you put that on a slideshow, please? Yeah, we can see it. Can you put? Yeah, we can put on slideshow. So we should be ready for you. Judges, this is Clear Cruise. Go for it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Josh Dadia, and today I'm presenting Clear Cruise, which is an affordable safety device designed to protect riders on e-scooters and e-bikes in urban environments. So our mission is clear: it's to make safety accessible for everyone. In cities such as San Francisco, e-scooters and e-bikes represent the future of sustainable transportation, but riders need reliable protection to actually use them. And as these gas prices are rising, I'm sure we all would like to make the step towards sustainable, eco-friendly transportation in the future. Poor road conditions cause 75% of e-scooter accidents, which places riders at significant risk, especially at night, which discourages the use of eco-friendly transportation. Our target consumers are e-scooter and e-bike users in urban areas who regularly encounter uneven roads and are looking for affordable technology-driven safety solutions. So ClearCruise directly addresses this challenge. The device uses a LiDAR sensor to map terrain and detect obstacles in real time, a buzzer to deliver immediate audible alerts, and an Arduino Nano for compact, efficient processing. It integrates seamlessly with any e-scooter or e-bike, identifies potholes and debris before they become hazards, and improves nighttime safety. Later, our short demo video shows the main use case and the problem for our system in operation. Now, this is our product evaluation. User testing has validated the design. In a survey of 26 riders, 34.6 reported that 34.6% reported frequent hazards, 61.5% found the audible alert effective and non-distracting, and 73.1% preferred the beeping sound, while 69.2% supported the addition of an additional LED visual cue, which we will now incorporate. Why us? ClearCoast stands apart from existing solutions. Other approaches in the past rely on bulky cameras or inertial measurement units that require additional devices and higher costs. The only comparable product currently available is the Garmin Varia, which is a rare detection radar priced between $300 and $500, and it doesn't even detect or address forward road hazards. ClearCruise offers forward-facing detection at just over $150, and it remains compact and versatile and delivers instant alerts through an integrated speaker without the need for a separate phone or display. So this is what our prototype looks like. It's a functional prototype featuring the LiDAR sensor, a buzzer, an Arduino Nano, and a custom 3D printed housing, which is fully assembled and ready for mounting. It has already demonstrated reliable hazard detection in practical testing. Here's our short video demo. And to bring the product to life, this is our 30-second video. Just for the sake of the demo, we're going to use a regular scooter instead of an electric-powered motor scooter. See, the main problem here was that there was a debris on the road, and if the rider goes over it, they would fall and hurt themselves, which we avoid by using the beep on ClearCruise, and it effectively lets the rider know that it's time to move out of the way, and it gives them that notice in advance, like it gives them a safety period. Now, here are our target markets and revenue streams. So now that you've seen ClearCruise in action, for our target market, we plan to enter the micromobility market, which is projected to grow to nearly $200 billion by 2030. Right now, it's about $90 billion. but by the end of the decade, it'll grow, it'll like more than double. And our business model focuses on three primary markets, which is direct sales to consumers, are projected to generate $18,000. Partnerships with rental companies will contribute $7,500, and municipal pilots will add $4,500. And our cost structure is pretty efficient. It costs $90 per unit to manufacture. So with 300 units in year one, we get a total of around $27,000. And salaries for our 5-person team are $6,000, and website development are $250. Our total year one expenses are just over $36,000, which gives us a net profit of nearly $12,000. We have planned three key enhancements. First is an LED visual alert to add to the audio signal in noisy or low visibility conditions. Secondly, it's AI-based obstacle classification, which can provide us with more precise and relevant warnings. Thirdly, we could use a rechargeable battery pack to increase uptime, reduce waste, and support daily use. And all of our claims are supported by established research, and here are our references. With ClearCruise, we help make urban mobility safer and more sustainable. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Clear Clues. That was a really insightful and unique presentation. Do any of the judges have any questions or comments?
Hi, Daryl here. Love the presentation. And I am from Michigan, Flint, Michigan specifically. So I just feel maybe ingrained in my blood is some manufacturing insight from, just from being in the area. My question would be, as it goes to repairs, as it goes to fixing bugs with any firmware, how do you envision that happening once some of the units are deployed?
Okay, so our product is not cloud-based, so it's a on system. It's a local program running on the Arduino. So what we could have users do is we could have a website with software and firmware downloads that could update the code on the Arduino. And if they find any issues, they could just connect their Arduino to the computer, download and install the code. We could provide in-depth instructions for all that stuff, so it would not be that difficult to implement. But if we were to connect it to the cloud or connect it to the internet, it would make it much easier for the users to actually like update their software. But currently, we don't have that infrastructure.
All right, do any other judges have any more questions? All right, then we'll move on to the final startup of the day, FinQuest. FinQuest is an interactive financial literacy app that turns money management into a fun, engaging game where users complete projects, stimulate real-world financial decisions, and compete with peers to build smart and effective financial habits. Good luck, FinQuest.
Who's presenting from FinQuest?
Vishnu will be sharing his screen.
Okay, Vishnu is getting the presenter rights, and while others, can you please microphone check and say your full name, please? Can we have the team microphone check?
Yeah, my name is Neil Gupta.
Okay, we can
My
hear
name
you.
is Vanessa.
We can hear you fine.
Vishnu, I think you have to say something.
Can we hear Vishnu?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you now. You're all set. Judges, this is the last startup FinQuest. Go for it, please.
Thank you. Hi, this is FinQuest. My name is Neil Gupta, and I'm a junior out of New Jersey, junior in high school out of New Jersey. I'm interested in finance and venture capital.
My name is Vishnu. I'm a freshman in New York.
And my name is Manaswi. I'm a sophomore from South Carolina, and I'm interested in finance and AI.
Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was one of the most dominant wide receivers in NFL history. Over a 15-year career, he earned around $80 million, played in multiple Pro Bowls, and built a reputation as one of the greatest athletes of his generation. From the outside, it looked like the perfect success story. But just a few years after retiring, Owens revealed something shocking. Most of that money was gone. He wasn't alone. Bad investments, complex financial decisions, and enormous financial obligations drained his wealth faster than he expected. At one point, he admitted he was struggling to pay child support and maintain the lifestyle his career once made possible. And that raises an uncomfortable question. If someone with millions of dollars, access to advisors, and years of professional success can lose that financial footing, what chance does the average person have? Nearly 1 in 3 lottery winners end up bankrupt. And if sudden wealth can't secure financial stability, then money was never the solution. Understanding it is. Understanding is the solution. And this applies to many teens and young adults who graduate high school or college without even knowing how to budget, invest, or manage credit.
So there are existing alternatives, but most are outdated and ineffective. Current financial literacy education is often outdated, boring, and overly complicated. School programs usually rely on statistics rather than hands-on experience. And there are tools geared to adults, but not students. Like while apps and websites like NerdWallet exist, they are designed for adults, but not younger audiences.
Imagine during Owen's childhood, FinQuest existed, a gamified financial education platform designed specifically for teens and young adults. It offers interactive quests, real-life simulations, and personalized financial scenarios to teach key concepts like budgeting, saving, investing, taxes, and credit management. Through challenges and competitive leaderboards, FinQuest keeps users motivated to develop strong financial habits and stay committed to learning real-world money skills.
Our unique value proposition is by combining fun with finance. Unlike traditional learning platforms, FinQuest makes financial education fun and relevant and practical for young people. We combine personalized learning paths, gamification, and mentorships. This is what gives FinQuest a major competitive advantage. Our business model generates revenue through subscriptions, strategic partnerships, premium content, and ad revenue. We offer tiered subscription plans, sponsorships, and partnerships with banks. We offer premium content for a higher cost, and we generate revenue through ads by allowing companies to portray their ads on our website. Our cost and funding is divided between labor, fixed costs, and variable costs. We have to pay $5,400 for startup labor costs, $914 per year, and up to $1,600 per year for variable costs. This all adds up to $8,039 for year one, and for every year after, we'll pay around $2,500.
So we conducted a survey of 40 students between the ages of 10 and 20, a simple random survey of 40 students between the ages of 10 and 20. 70.8% of them said that they have low to moderate confidence in their financial knowledge, and the average amount people were willing to pay for our platform was around $19.75. Here are some of the results from the survey.
Our plan will continue to grow. Right now, from months 6 to 9, we have built our prototype and design refinement, which we'll show you in the next slides. Our app creation is our next step. We'll be starting to build the actual app and hire specialists. And then month 15 is when we'll begin beta testing and launch the app for a few to get feedback and adjust our app.
The opportunity for FinQuest is massive and rapidly growing. The global education technology market is projected to reach $348 billion by 2030. In the US alone, over 40 million students are not receiving practical financial education. Financial literacy is now required in 23 plus states, driving strong demand for engaging, high-quality solutions. FinQuest is positioned right at the intersection of education, technology, and financial literacy apps. So how do we capture this opportunity? We plan to grow through 4 key channels: schools, partnerships, student ambassadors, social media campaigns, and free beta launch to drive early adoption and feedback. This allows us to scale quickly while staying closely connected to our users. To support this, we're building more than just an app.
So here's our prototype. So essentially we have a dashboard, and we're on the sidebar we have quests, simulations, achievements, and leaderboards, and all of these features are used to help our students and users be engaged and um, be motivated to learn more about financial literacy. We asked 14 teens and 8 adults to check our prototype for testing. Many of them said it was well organized and attractive, and our main feedback was to make it feel like more like a game rather than a learning app, which we are still currently trying to improve. We also had one of our friends or one of our high school students test out one of our simulations, and they'd said that it was that they liked it, and it was they learned more from the simulation than they did in the personal financial literacy class that they took in the summer, and they would recommend it to other users. However, one thing they did say was to fix the bugs and issues and make sure the simulations run smoother.
Alongside the app, we're developing our website as a central hub for FinQuest. It will allow us to promote the platform, sell our services, and provide customer support all in one place. This creates a complete digital ecosystem that supports both users and future growth. And we've already started validating this in the real world. We've already begun validating our idea beyond just development. We've contacted 38 schools across the US, and 7 have already expressed interest in using FinQuest. As we move into development, we continue to refine the app based on user feedback to improve engagement and usability. We're also preparing for early marketing by launching our website and onboarding beta users. In addition, we plan to develop high quality lessons with experts to ensure our content is accurate and impactful. This shows that FinQuest is not just an idea, we're already building demand, and this is just the beginning. Thank you for your time and consideration. FinQuest isn't just teaching finance, we're empowering the next generation to take control of their financial future. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, FinQuest. That was an amazing pitch. Do any of the judges have any questions or comments?
I love the presentation, and I think this is quite a smart idea. Having a nephew who is very similar to all of your age, I think it's a good way to literate or educate the younger generation for managing finances. I don't know if I missed it, but how much have you tested with the generation to get their feedback on further developing this app? Is this something that is going to get widely adopted? 14. Okay, so you have 14 teens and 8 adults. I will suggest, of course, this is a preliminary step, but my suggestion will be to expand that data set to look into more testing, as depending the generation, depending on their background, the household they're raised in, the kind of atmosphere, environment, what their parents are doing, they might be they might have a very different take on this app. So it'll be interesting to have a larger data set to test what it looks like in terms of acceptance. But I like
For
that.
sure.
Yeah,
Thank you so
that's
much
our
for the
next step.
feedback.
We're going to be doing our beta testing month 15.
Thank you.
Great. That looks like all the questions here. Just a quick comment on this FinQuest. The reason you also made it through the global semifinals is that I'm not sure how many of you are aware in Texas, they're making personal finance a mandatory thing for high school. And it is going to be part of like the AP programs that they offer, and also like the regular programs. And check it out. There is, I believe, recent resolution passed where they're making personal finance for all high schoolers a mandatory thing, where you could cater your platform abilities. So good luck, Team FinQuest. With that said, we have come to the end of all the teams. Is that right, Malika? Is there anything that you wanted to share?
No, I believe that all the teams did great. I don't have anything much to share other than all the startups looked amazing and they were all really unique. So good job to all the participants.
And yeah, absolutely. And thank you to our amazing judges for all your questions, the feedback, the encouragement to the teams. So what we are doing now is actually we're coming back here. We're trying to do a fun thing. So take all your phones and then um, scan this QR code, and you should be able to like vote for the popular choice award, right? So otherwise, you can also go to menti.com, use that code, and we'll also drop this link here in the chat window. This is just a popular choice award, which we will bring it towards the end and then share with you. Just give me 1 minute as I drop this in here. Oh, sorry, it's like right here. So, all right, so it should all be coming out to you. All right, so we are going back on our screen. All right, so Sushin, are you ready? Sushin, are you back? Paging for Sushin. Did we lose Sushin?
I'm getting him right now, Mr. Tremani. I think he is still here.
Oh, Sushin, your audio is not working for some reason. Well, let me mute you and then unmute you. I'll make you the panelist. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Mr. C,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Is this Sushin?
Yeah, this is Sushane. Sorry.
Okay.
My
All right.
audio wasn't working, so sorry about
No,
that.
no worries, no worries, no worries. So,
We'd like
yeah.
to give a warm welcome. Thank you, Mr. C. We'd like to give a warm welcome to Asha Lingaraju, our program manager at iStart Valley. She has nearly 20 years of experience with leading roles in operations and education, including healthcare consulting and technology organizations in India and the US, where she has managed teams, improved workflows, and ensured smooth and reliable delivery of services. She is currently a program manager at iStart Valley, where she runs global STEM programs and internships, handling everything from learner experience to instructor coordination and day-to-day operations. She also holds a degree in human resource development and dual master's degrees in English literature and international relations, bringing together strong academic knowledge and practical experience. Hi, Asha. Over to you.
Hi, Sushane. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Asha Lingaraju from Bangalore. Like Sushane said, I'm the program manager at iStart Valley. I lead the overall execution of our global STEM programs and high school internship. I also take care of our social media platforms and marketing initiatives. It's been a great pleasure to be part of today's grand finale. What we witnessed today was truly inspiring young innovators stepping up with confidence, creativity, and strong ideas. Huge thank you to MJ and also our judges and presenters for guiding and supporting these young entrepreneurs. And to all our finalists, big congratulations. Reaching this stage itself is a huge achievement. And I'm truly bowled over by the ideas we saw here and do believe they have real potential to grow into something impactful. Thank you all for being here and supporting the next generation of innovators. Wishing the very best. And thank you.
Thank you, Harsha. Thank you for all the amazing work that you're already doing, helping us take our programs to the next level. There's a lot of work that's being done. Harsha is working to build a next generation platform here for us, working with all of you. Thanks for being here. With that said,
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
thank you. And with that said, we have this culture of encouraging our next generation of leaders here. And again, thanks for all their hard work, and their work does not go unrecognized. As behind the screens, they are constantly working to promote entrepreneurship, innovation in many different ways, the intersection of business and technology, to all the young innovators, creators across US. And I want to share this with you all that we do have in our programs expats who lived in US and then settled abroad, be it from Italy, France, Middle East, and then far off in the East Asian countries. So we have a lot of these students coming and joining our programs. We really sincerely thank them, and it's primarily driven by word of mouth. And I remember Anvesha had to teach some students from Australia in Sydney. Like you all know, sun rises in us are towards the west, and then actually, like it's Sydney is so far off. Um, and then sorry, sunrise in east, so it's all the way from Sydney. The students have actually had that major benefit of our programs. So please, continue to spread the word and of our programs, and then help others to join, just like you did. And with that said, so the leadership awards, iStar Valley Rising Stars, goes out to Pia Chabra, Sushane, that you all have seen them in action today. Hiba, Anika, and Hansh, amazing work. And we are giving away the certificate and also scholarship for the towards your college, $200 each. And also, we have many seniors that are actually moving along, and then they're probably not going to be with our youth executive committee. Tanvi Sethi, she's a vice president. Karan is the president elect. Sanjit, and Neil, Karthik, Ancha, thank you all for your phenomenal work. We're giving away $200 towards your college scholarship. Thank you for the outstanding work. Last but not least, it's Shreya Bandla. She's actually the current president, who is moving along, and then she's going into college next year, this fall, transitioning it to Karan Verma. She's done a phenomenal job in terms of succession plan. I mentioned this in one of the meetings with them, that many of the leaders today in the boardroom are those that actually build the startups, including the CEO of Uber. They failed to have a succession plan. They were like great as founders, but when they started on the corporate, things went sideways because they didn't have a proper succession plan as to who should be the next leaders. How are we going to have these leaders step in their roles, right? And how will they actually run the show? Shreya has done a fantastic job. She had a very clear succession plan. Not only brought up a president-elect and also other amazing leaders that we will get to hear from Karan Verma, the president-elect. So Shreya, with that said, congratulations to you. I'll hand it off to you to introduce the president-elect.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Sharmani. That means a lot. Definitely such kind words. It's with a heavy heart that I announce Karan Verma as the next president. So I had the absolute pleasure of knowing Karan for like 2 years, and he is such a great leader. He's a current head of project management, and as a part of iStar Valley for many years, he knows exactly what he's doing. Congratulations, Karan.
Thank you so much, Shreya. Like Shreya said, I've been a part of this program since my freshman year, all the way from the internship to here, and it's just been such an experience. I'm very grateful to learn under Shreya. She's taught me all the ropes, everything that I know about YEC. So I'm very, very thankful, and I'm looking forward to the future. And now, on the topic of the future, I want to take a moment to recognize our future youth executive committee, who will continue to carry this work forward. So the YEC at its core is about creating opportunities for high school students to explore their interests in business, technology, discover what excites them, and grow into confident young leaders. So in this future upcoming year, we are proud to be led by our vice presidents, Anika and Sushen, whose leadership will help guide the vision of our team. And then our work is also going to be shaped by our three subcommittees: the Technology Subcommittee, which will be represented by Hanch and Rithwik, the Innovation Committee, represented by Hiba and Abai, and Project Management, which will be represented by Pia. I'm really, really proud of this team, and I'm even more excited to work with them for the upcoming year. All right. Okay. So now let's go ahead and dive into our case competition. So this is one of the most exciting and intense parts of this year. This year's case competition challenged participants to step into a real crisis through the 2026 Crisis Response Challenge. So we gave competitors the scenario of a company called Pulse Tech as a fast growing fitness technology startup that suddenly faced a massive data breach and exposed the sensitive information to millions of users. So this was like a really innovative case challenge, and it wasn't just about solving a technical problem. Like, the participants in this competition had to think like real leaders under intense pressure, and they had to decide how to respond within 48 hours, as well as in the long term from 6 to 12 months. They also had to go over how to communicate with customers, regulators, investors, and just overall how to act in such a high pressure scenario. This competition was judged on comprehension, decision making, innovation, feasibility, and the evidence behind these students' ideas. And overall, just showed how capable young leaders are today. We really challenged participants, and we are incredibly proud of everyone who took on this challenge this year. So now I'm excited to recognize this year's winners. In first place, we have Sanvika Chakoti, Aditi Modikurti, and Yuvika Iyer, who will receive a prize of $500. In second place, we have Nitesh Balaji, who will receive the $300 prize. And in third place, we have Raghav Reddy, who will receive the $200 prize. Congratulations to all of our winners and to every participant who took on this challenge. Your hard work, creativity, and leadership made this competition such a success, and we are so proud of everything that you guys have accomplished today.
Thank you, Karthik. Karan Verma, the president-elect, thank you so much for all of your effort into this case challenge. And I must say, Karan is also one of the amazing winners of this entire initiative. He put out a advertisement out there, like ad on the Instagram, which went viral with thousands of people liking our Instagram post and sharing that along. That was one of the most viral recent the posts that are out there on our Instagram social media. Current fantastic work, and that speaks to the kind of leadership that we can expect from you. Right, you already set the stage. This is the bar high for yourself. Now, before we actually make the final announcement of today's the grand finale of Global Startup Contest, I would like to invite each of the judges to share their final thoughts, their feedback, their experience of having done this so many times, having seen this so many times, and especially Daryl, Vinita, and Anvesha meet innovators, creators, entrepreneurs, builders, CEOs, executives every single day, and I want them to share some of the feedback, and that could be motivating, as well as, like, something that the participants can take back in their continued entrepreneurial journey. We'll begin with Daryl. Over to you, Daryl. Please share a few words of appreciation or feedback from your end.
Yes. Well, I'm very honored to even be part of this. I'm a father as well, so it's always hard to say. I'll make jokes and say, I have two kids, so I'll go, well, this, my son, he's my favorite one right now. And then I go, no, it's my daughter. Or my daughter, she's the smart one. No, it's not. It's my son. Oh, she's the athletic one. No, it's her. So you go back and forth. It's very difficult to, um, love or hate anything. It doesn't always have to be that way. Everyone clearly put a lot of time into this, and that was very obvious. There's a good base there, understanding, Tam Sam Sam, right? Like, what does revenue look like? What's actual, what's real? There's an excellent base there. And I would say nothing to me is standing out other than to say, like, in general, right, that how you do anything is how you do everything. If you choose to be kind over being right, you'll never be wrong. I don't know how helpful this is to everybody. The last thing would be, and I'm not sure if this is MJ what you're looking for. I would just say this, right? And this isn't specific to, hold on. So this isn't specific to injury guard, but I will use a sports analogy. So baseball, right? Someone bats 300, they're making $10 million a year. And that means they fail 7 out of 10 times. So they have success 3 out of 10 times. So, ultimately, overall, the pivots that you'll have to make, when you have this good base here, know when to bounce, know when to call it. Don't wait until, you're beyond the event horizon. The last thing I would say is with startup science, with us trying to educate founders, entrepreneurs. I'll leave you this one moment where I was talking to a startup. They had failed, and I said, "Well, what happened?" And they said, "Well, we ran out of money." They did get some investment, and I said, "Well, yeah, but like, what happened?" "Well, we ran out of money." "Why did you run out of money?" So if you're going to cut a bunch of trees down, spend 50% of the time sharpening the axe. And what it seems to me today is you've been shown very well the right things to do. All this prep, like, it's great, spreadsheets, presentations, and just make sure that you are doing the right motions. And so far, very impressed with all of you. I can't even believe that I'm part of this. So if there's anything I can do to help, I happen to know about 100,000 investors in my database. Be happy to try to move you on to the next phase. I think MJ has a good hold on that as well, but anything through him with me, I can do. Last thing, I'll email MJ, but I have a gift for everybody. So relax. It's not that
wonderful.
Great. So AI, right? It's awesome until it's not, right? I think we've all dealt with, like, oh, this is the most amazing thing. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, I want to put my head through the monitor. AI agents, if you're smart enough to create those, wonderful. They're a good help, and then they break. Then you have to fix them. Then they break. So my gift is, it's called Strawberry Browser. It is not free. It is for you all. And they are AI agents, no coding, zero coding, that never break, are incredibly smart, and they run off of, like, the top 5 AI platforms, and they will do whatever you want. I'll send MJ the link. But how they look at it is, here's enough credits to have an intern, here's enough credits to have a part-time employee, and here's enough credits to have a full-time employee. So this would be intern level. This is 10,000 credits per month. I can tell you it would take me about 2 weeks to burn through 10,000 credits, and working all day. It just runs. It's a huge piece to what we're building at Startup Science, my day-to-day, and how it helps me. So the best gifts are the ones you wouldn't buy for yourself. So I'll share it. If you like it, wonderful. If you don't like it, move on, keep it to yourself. And if you need more credits, then call me.
Thank you so much, Gerald. We need all these gifts for our kids here.
Yeah.
They're working so hard, and also list of all those investors that we can bring to look at some of these young innovators. Thank you so much. With that said, Vinita, you want to go on the next Anvesha, please?
Yeah, quite a big bar set by Daryl already, but um, glad to be here. Amazing presentations today. I saw many of these pretty much from the start, and this finale is up rightly so. Like the quality is amazing. Some of the things I saw today in terms of like the customer acquisition plan and the due diligence on the unit economics and differentiation, these have polished over time and have risen to the quality. It's still a hard problem. It's very hard. I'm dealing with it at my work right now. Like, if I have to get funding for another initiative that I'm driving, the SVPs want to know, like, why do I fund? AI is not a solution for everything, but how do you make sure it is delivering the promise that it is making? And you guys are on the same path, but you're doing impressive work right here in your high school era. So, like, the world is the sky is the limit. Super impressed. And just one thing, like, I saw a lot of promises, and the promises have to be delivered. Just think of, like, how do you always at every stage maintain the trust with your customers, and how do you communicate about that trust? Because there are lots of promises made as a result of, just the answer shouldn't be that our AI will do it. It should be more than that. Put in more deeper thought into it, and how and why and what are the guardrails and what are the limits, and to truly communicate them, and how will you measure them as well.
Thank you,
Good luck
Vinita.
to
Much
all of
appreciate
you.
that. Go ahead and thank you so much. Go ahead, Anvesha, please.
What can I say after both of these wonderful comments? But amazed at the effort that all of you put in the time. You all have your curriculum and schoolwork and like thousand other things you're doing. So the fact that you have taken time to do all this work really shows your passion and your interest. I I say that there are a lot of AI and artificial intelligence, but don't forget you are the NI. You are naturally intelligent. So keep reasoning, be your own critic, and as I said in the beginning, don't hesitate to explore what's next. That's remain curious. That's an important journey of every entrepreneur. Uh, Love your idea, but don't fall in love with the idea so much that you don't look beyond, right? It's all about growing and adapting and changing to see where the needs are and base your solution based on the need, and not because the idea is great, but is the need there? So be your own critic, and don't stop. Just keep growing, and all my best wishes. And as Daryl said, if I can do anything to help with you in your journey, I'm here. I don't have any gifts as of now, like Daryl does, but is there anything I can do to help? Please reach out.
That's from all of us, by the way. The intern, yeah, part-time intern assistant is from all of us.
Yeah.
That was MJ's idea. So.
No, this is great. No, thank you for bringing that, Daryl and Anvisha. Such a wonderful motivational words, like, yeah, don't fall in love with your idea, but fall in love with the problem that you're trying to solve. So with that said, it's a time now. Let's actually go see what everyone said. Like, we had a popular choice award, and let's see what happened to the popular choice award here. It's coming up on your screen. So the popular choice award is just going up and down. Unfiltered and injury guard are like neck to neck. And last time I checked, it was unfiltered up, and then injury guard, like they're very close. And then also like clear cruise comes number 3, and then number 9 FinQuest. Fantastic work, but look, we had to go pick the top 3. That wasn't easy for the judges. The top 3 are right here. So the number one, the first place winner is Unfiltered. Fantastic work, and we have seen their presentations evolve. There is so much of creativity and innovation, even how they presented and they came for it. And please do not give up your idea. And the team that you have is amazing. Just be together, okay? And more importantly, be in touch with us. And then the second place goes to FinQuest, another great teamwork, right? So we saw the team coming together and do a fantastic work both in Unfiltered and FinQuest. And FinQuest, you have really a lot of opportunities in this space. And again, this is a crowded market space, and please look out for how you are going to continue to differentiate yourself. FireEye looks like you're already making some inroads. You're on to other competitions. Good luck out there. But again, the differentiator is the key for all of you. Continue to figure out how can you be different from others that are in the market, similar ideas that are out there every single day. And many of the judges have already suggested that you should be going out there speaking to your customers. For all entrepreneurs in our the grown-up entrepreneurs, like who are in our startup accelerator, we tell them you should be meeting at least 100 customers every month. Last but not least, the most innovative startup, Injury Guard, fantastic work. And look, we had to have all the ballots in, and we had to compare, and we put the scores together. You all did a phenomenal job, and all of the startups that are not here on the list, um, Clear Cruise, and the other startup, that you all have done a fantastic job. Unfortunately, we have to have the winners, fortunately, unfortunately, right? So here are the winners. Thank you all for being here. And below are the awards that we will come back to you. Free HubSpot startup program will get you started. And like Daryl mentioned, they also provide a free agent that is for getting more customer engagement, the customer service engagement. And F6S Alpha resources, they're worth more than $1 billion resources that are out there. And this is one of the mistakes that founders do, like they don't actually focus on all the free resources that are available. So don't go buy anything until you see on F6S what is available. And by the way, F6S will be made available to all the 6 startups. The free media coverage, we are coming back on that, and then $100 scholarship for all our programs, and $75 for semifinalists, right? So we will come back to you with more information and the details. But for now, like, we turn this over to Tanvi Sethi for closing remarks.
Hi, Mr. C. Thank you for your introduction. First of all, I want to say everyone did such an amazing job. Honestly, I remember when I was an intern and presenting, I'm just blown away. I mean, the level of work has gone up so significantly. So everyone did an absolutely amazing job. But that being said, I will be closing the event today, and I just wanted to share a couple of words. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for being here today for the iStart Valley Youth Entrepreneurship Summit and our global finals. As we come to the close of this event, I want to leave us with this thought. Today was far more about competition. It was about possibility. It was about honoring the talent, courage, and creativity of young innovators and entrepreneurs who stood before us today. But even more than that, it was about building something that lasts. This summit is not only a celebration of the present, of the ideas shared, of the brilliance displayed, and the risks taken, but it's also an investment into the future. It creates a pathway for young people to explore who they are, what they care about, and how they can use business, leadership, and innovation to shape the world around them. Thank you so much for attending this event. Have an amazing weekend. And on behalf of the YEC, we wanted to take a moment and thank Mr. C for all the work he's done for us. Not only has he been a great teacher, a leader, and a mentor, he has taught us how to be good people and how to make an impact on the world around us. To him, business is not just about making more profit or coming up with the best idea, but it's about cultivating young minds. And I think he really did that for us. And just as a heartfelt thank you so much. And as we graduate and you take in the incoming YEC, we will miss you the most.
Thank you, Tanvi, for such kind words. And the phenomenal job being part of the YEC as well. So you've held the mantle, and then you set the bar high for the incoming vice president. Thank you so much, Tanvi, for those kind words, and this really means a lot. And while we say thank you and goodbye, we will be back in November with the Global Entrepreneurship Week, GW, that we've been celebrating for last 10-15 years. You get to actually meet those that make it to the top ranks and get the scholarship awards. And so let's meet there then. Until November, thank you all for being here. And then come back to our summer programs, which are going to start in June. Please look out for those things. And we will come back more with our partnership with Startup Science, and then Daryl here, and then his team, and then many of our other partners. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend. Congratulations to all the winners and the participants today. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.